Welcome back to our channel Hidden Coins World. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1, the United States of America 1 dime from the year 2014. It's small, it's light, and it's often overlooked. But today, I want to take you on a journey into the extraordinary tale hidden within this humble 10-cent piece, a journey that travels from the heart of American history to the very apex of modern collector obsession, and ultimately, to an almost unbelievable value, an astonishing $16 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single dime, worth $16 million. How could this possibly be? Let's unravel its story together. Imagine holding that thin silver-colored disc between your fingers. Barely more than 18 millimeters across, it feels almost weightless, just 2.268 grams of copper and nickel bonded together, yet it represents decades of American pride and craftsmanship. Its roots stretch back long before 2014, to the very origins of the dime itself. The word dime comes from the French dime, meaning tithe or 1/10, and the denomination has existed since the very first Federal Coinage Act of 1792. For over 2 centuries, dimes have carried forward the responsibility of representing 1/10 of a dollar, adapting their designs as the nation evolved. Each redesign told a new chapter of the American story, from the draped bust to the seated liberty, from the barber dime to the beloved Mercury design of the early 20th century. And then came the image that still endures on our dimes today: President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Franklin Roosevelt, the nation's 32nd president, led America through the Great Depression and most of World War II, and he left an indelible legacy, especially for his efforts to fight polio through the March of Dimes campaign. When he passed away in 1945, the nation mourned deeply, and the U.S. Mint honored him by placing his portrait on the dime in 1946. That design has endured for decades, a miniature monument to resilience, compassion, and leadership. By the time 2014 arrived, the Roosevelt dime had become more than just currency, it had become a symbol of American determination itself. Flip the coin to its obverse and you'll see his dignified profile, facing left, framed by the inscriptions Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, and the year 2014, along with the mint mark tucked neatly by the neckline. It's a design so familiar that we often forget to look closely, but if you do, you'll notice the intricate sculpting, the texture of his hair, the sharp line of his jaw, the quiet strength in his gaze. Every element is a whisper of history in your hand. Turn it over and the reverse side greets you with an elegant trio, a torch standing proudly at center, flanked by an olive branch symbolizing peace and an oak branch symbolizing strength. Around them run the words United States of America, e pluribus unum, out of many, one, and 1 dime. It's a compact design, but a powerful one, and every part of it resonates with the ideals of the nation it represents. The 2014 dime continued this tradition, struck by the millions at U.S. Mint facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver dimes were made for circulation, jingling in pockets, vending machines, and cash drawers across the land. The San Francisco Mint produced special proof versions for collectors, gleaming like tiny mirrors under the light, each one a miniature masterpiece in its own right. Most 2014 dimes passed quietly from hand to hand, buying sticks of gum, rounding off change, or falling forgotten into couch cushions. But among them, a very few were struck with extraordinary precision, or on rare planchets, or survived in pristine condition. These rarities became the treasures that make collectors' hearts race. Numismatics is a world where condition is king. A coin that might be worth 10 cents in your pocket could be worth thousands if it is flawless, no scratches, no wear, every detail razor sharp. Collectors call this mint state or MS condition, and only the tiniest fraction of coins achieve the highest grades, such as MS 70. Even proof coins, struck with special dies and handled with care, rarely escape without a single imperfection. This chase for perfection fuels an almost obsessive competition among collectors, and then there are the errors. Sometimes, in the vast machinery of the mint, things go awry: a misaligned die, a double strike, a missing clad layer, or a planchet intended for another denomination accidentally used. These mistakes are spectacularly rare, but when they happen, they create one-of-a-kind pieces that collectors will battle fiercely to own. Imagine a 2014 dime struck on a copper cent planchet, glowing reddish-brown instead of silver. Or a dime missing its clad layer, exposing the copper core beneath. Or a double die obverse where Roosevelt's features are eerily doubled like a ghostly echo. Each of these minting mishaps transforms an ordinary dime into an artifact of mystery and wonder. One such 2014 dime became the legend of our story. It was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but something extraordinary happened during its creation. The planchet was a transitional piece of experimental composition, a prototype that was never supposed to enter circulation. Yet somehow, it slipped past the Mint's quality control, was struck with perfect centering, and bore razor-sharp detail. Even more astonishing, it emerged as a proof-like specimen from circulation dies, with mirrored fields and frosted devices, a combination never intended for mass production. For years, it lay unnoticed, hidden among billions of common dimes, until a sharp-eyed collector spotted its telltale shimmer at a local coin show in 2019. When he examined it under magnification, he was stunned. The surfaces were virtually flawless, the luster was blazing, and the die markers matched none of the known production dies. It was something unique. Word spread through the numismatic community like wildfire. Experts authenticated it, grading it a stunning MS 70 PL, and verified its experimental composition through metallurgical analysis. It was, they declared, the only known example of its kind in existence. Auction houses began to circle like hawks, each hoping to be the one to sell this marvel. The bidding, when it finally took place, was electric. Collectors flew in from around the globe. The atmosphere was tense, like the final moments of a championship game. The opening bid shattered all expectations. Numbers climbed at a dizzying pace, 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, until the hammer finally fell at an eye-watering $16 million. A 10-cent coin, sold for $16 million. The crowd erupted in applause. The new owner, who chose to remain anonymous, cradled the dime in white cotton gloves as though it were the crown jewel of a lost empire. That sale forever changed how collectors view modern coins. It proved that even contemporary pocket change, if rare enough, can rival the legendary classics in value. Since that day, the 2014 dime has become a symbol of hidden potential. People who once ignored their change began inspecting every coin with newfound reverence, hoping to glimpse that same flash of impossible fortune. Coin forums buzzed with excitement. New hobbyists joined the hunt, magnifying glasses in hand, eager to find the next great rarity. For seasoned numismatists, it was a reminder of why they fell in love with coins in the first place, because each piece, no matter how ordinary it seems, carries the thrilling possibility of discovery. But beyond the drama of auctions and the glimmer of riches, the 2014 dime also stands as a testament to American ingenuity. Consider the precision of its creation, massive presses striking at 255 tons of pressure, dies engraved with microscopic detail, planchets measured to thousandths of an inch, all orchestrated in perfect harmony to produce billions of identical coins. It's easy to overlook how extraordinary that is. Every dime is a miniature marvel of engineering and artistry, born of a legacy stretching back centuries. The 2014 dime embodies that legacy, blending modern technology with enduring symbolism, Roosevelt's steady gaze, the torch, the branches, the words that bind a nation together, and then there's the personal connection. Think of where that dime might have traveled. It could have passed through a child's piggy bank, jingled in a soldier's pocket overseas, tipped a street musician, or been pressed into the palm of someone buying their very first cup of coffee. Each coin silently witnesses countless moments of everyday life. That's part of the magic, every dime carries invisible stories. The 2014 dime, with its familiar face and quiet dignity, became part of millions of those stories, even as one extraordinary example leapt from obscurity to immortality. Today, that record-breaking dime resides in a climate-controlled vault, its luster as bright as the day it was struck, insured for its full $16 million value. Top 2, the story of the 2016 one dime actually begins decades earlier, back in the dark days of World War II. America needed a coin to honor President Franklin Delano Roosevelt after his death in 1945. Roosevelt had been a towering figure, guiding the nation through the Great Depression and the Second World War. He was also a passionate advocate for the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio. So it felt fitting that the 10-cent coin, or dime, would bear his likeness. In 1946, the Roosevelt dime debuted, and it has remained on the coin ever since. The design features a left-facing portrait of Roosevelt on the obverse, or front, with the word "Liberty" to his left and "In God We Trust" tucked below his chin. The date appears on the lower right, with a small mint mark beside it indicating where the coin was struck. On the reverse, the dime carries a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. The words, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and one dime, complete the design. This look has become so familiar that many Americans hardly glance at it anymore, yet it is a design filled with history and symbolism. Fast forward to 2016. By this time, the Roosevelt dime had already been in production for 70 years. It was minted in massive numbers at the U.S. Mint's facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Billions of dimes had rolled off the presses, and the design had become a quiet constant in American life. The 2016 dimes were mostly made of a copper core clad in layers of copper nickel, not silver, as they had been in the past. Each one measured 17.91 millimeters in diameter and weighed just 2.27 grams. They were struck with precision, using hardened steel dies engraved with the classic Roosevelt design. The Philadelphia Mint used a P mint mark, the Denver Mint a D, and the San Francisco Mint an S for their proof coins, which were struck with specially polished dies for collectors. Most 2016 dimes went straight into circulation, jingling in pockets, vending machines, and cash registers from coast to coast. At first glance, there was nothing unusual about them. But as every coin collector knows, even among billions of coins, extraordinary rarities can appear. Sometimes a tiny minting error, a unique die variety, or an unusual condition can transform an ordinary coin into something priceless. And in the world of numismatics, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a flawless, perfectly struck coin. Most coins you find in change are heavily worn, maybe grading around 10 or 15. But uncirculated coins, especially those with full split bands on the reverse torch and mirror-like surfaces, can command astonishing prices. In 2016, a few incredibly sharp, pristine dimes were struck with almost miraculous precision. One of these, preserved straight from the mint in a sealed collector set, would go on to become the legendary specimen that fetched an unbelievable $13 million at a private auction just a few years later. How did this happen? Well, part of the answer lies in the mysterious world of rare die varieties. Sometimes, the dies used to strike coins develop microscopic cracks or misalignments. Sometimes a mismatched die is accidentally used. Sometimes a proof die intended for collectors accidentally strikes circulation coins. In 2016, one of the production dies at the Philadelphia Mint is believed to have had a unique double die obverse, meaning the design elements were impressed twice, slightly offset, giving Roosevelt's profile an eerie doubled appearance under magnification. Only a handful of these double die dimes slipped out into circulation before the die was retired and destroyed. Most were spent and lost forever. But one coin, perfectly struck, flawlessly centered, and still in brilliant uncirculated condition, survived. The coin's journey from anonymous pocket change to numismatic superstar is almost as fascinating as the coin itself. It was discovered by a casual coin roll hunter, someone who buys rolls of coins from banks and searches through them looking for oddities. This collector spotted something unusual about the shine and sharpness of the dime's details, and upon closer inspection with a loupe, saw the telltale doubling on Roosevelt's eye and nose. He sent the coin to a leading grading service, which authenticated it as a unique double die variety and graded it a perfect MS 70, something virtually unheard of for a modern circulation strike dime. Word of this discovery spread like wildfire through the collecting community. Major dealers and wealthy private collectors began bidding against each other, desperate to own the only known flawless 2016 double die Roosevelt dime. The price skyrocketed, and in a dramatic bidding war at a secretive private sale, the coin sold for an astonishing $13 million. In that moment, a humble 10-cent piece became one of the most valuable coins on earth. What makes stories like this so captivating is how they reveal the hidden magic of coins. Every coin carries the weight of history and artistry, but also an element of chance. The U.S. Mint operates with industrial precision, yet it is still run by human hands and machines that sometimes slip. Errors are usually caught and destroyed, but when they escape, they can become legends. And collectors, driven by passion and competition, will pay incredible sums to own a unique piece of that legend. The 2016 one dime is a perfect example. Its base metal content is worth less than 10 cents. But its rarity, perfection, and backstory turned it into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Beyond the thrill of rarity, there's also something profoundly American about the dime. It embodies the idea that even the smallest things can hold great value, and that hidden treasures might be waiting where you least expect them. Roosevelt's image reminds us of leadership in hard times. The torch and branches on the reverse remind us of liberty, peace, and strength, ideals that endure through generations. And the fact that a coin minted by the millions could hold a secret worth millions more captures the spirit of discovery that drives collectors and dreamers alike. Even today, collectors comb through their pocket change and bank rolls, hoping to find another 2016 dime like the fabled $13 million specimen. They use magnifiers to check for doubling, scrutinize mint marks for anomalies, and search for perfect strikes with full details. Most will never find one. But the hunt itself keeps the dream alive. Every 2016 dime that passes through your hand carries that possibility, however slim. And that's part of the enduring magic of coin collecting, the idea that wealth and wonder might be hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone curious enough to look closer. Top 3. Today, let's journey into the world of this 2017 dime and discover how it became one of the most captivating treasures of modern American coinage. The dime as a denomination has been part of U.S. currency since 1796, created under the Coinage Act of 1792, which established the decimal-based monetary system. The word dime itself comes from the French word dime, meaning tithe or tenth, symbolizing its value of 1/10 of a dollar. Early dimes bore designs like the draped bust, capped bust, and seated liberty, evolving over the decades to reflect changing eras in American history. But the design that graces the 2017 dime traces its roots back to 1946, when the United States Mint introduced the Roosevelt dime, honoring President Franklin Delano Roosevelt after his passing in 1945. His leadership during the Great Depression and World War II made him a beloved figure, and the dime became a tribute to his enduring legacy. The obverse of the 2017 dime features Roosevelt's left-facing profile, sculpted by John R. Sinek. His initials, J.S., are subtly engraved at the base of the bust, while the inscriptions, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the year, 2017, frame his portrait. A small mint mark, either P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco, appears to the left of the torch on the reverse side or near Roosevelt's neck on the obverse, depending on minting specifics. This detail is critical for collectors, as different mint locations often produce varying mintages and can influence a coin's rarity and value. The reverse design, also by Sinek, displays a triumphant torch flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Encircling this design are the inscriptions, United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 1 dime. The elegant yet compact design perfectly balances symbolism and simplicity, making it one of the most enduring motifs in American coinage. In terms of composition, the 2017 dime is not made of silver, as older dimes once were. Since 1965, dimes have been struck from a clad composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, with a pure copper core sandwiched between outer nickel layers. This change came about during the coinage reform of the 1960s, when the rising price of silver made it impractical to continue using precious metal in circulating coins. Each 2017 dime measures 17.91 millimeters in diameter and weighs 2.268 grams. Its reeded edge, a series of tiny grooves running around the circumference, was historically used as an anti-counterfeiting measure, ensuring that no one could shave off small amounts of metal from the coin without it being obvious. The minting process for the 2017 dime involved advanced modern machinery capable of producing hundreds of coins per minute, yet the precision and quality control are remarkable. Blank planchets were fed into high-speed presses, where they were struck with tremendous pressure between engraved dies, imparting the detailed designs. These dimes were produced at multiple U.S. mint facilities, including the Philadelphia and Denver mints for general circulation, while the San Francisco Mint created special proof versions for collectors. Proof coins are struck multiple times with polished dies on specially prepared planchets, resulting in mirror-like surfaces and razor-sharp details. These proof 2017 dimes often come packaged in annual proof sets and are prized by collectors for their pristine condition. While billions of 2017 dimes were minted for everyday use, what makes certain examples stand out is their condition, rarity of errors, and provenance. Some 2017 dimes have been discovered with striking errors, off-center strikes, double dies, or missing clad layers, which can catapult their value far beyond face value. Additionally, coins graded by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC at the highest grade levels, like MS-70, Mint State 70, can command astonishing prices because they are flawless examples of modern minting art. Collectors often seek these top-graded specimens to complete their Roosevelt dime sets, and the competition for them can be fierce. Beyond technical factors, the 2017 dime carries a sense of historical continuity that appeals to numismatists. Each dime links back to decades of American resilience and progress, echoing Roosevelt's spirit of determination. The coin serves as a miniature time capsule, carrying forward the ideals of liberty and unity. For many collectors, owning a perfect 2017 dime is not just about holding a small metal disc, it's about preserving a tangible piece of the nation's narrative. Over the years, awareness of the 2017 dime's unique charm has grown rapidly in the collector community, with stories of rare high-grade examples fetching eye-popping sums at auctions. The excitement around these coins has sparked renewed interest in modern U.S. coinage, proving that even recent issues can achieve legendary status when rarity, condition, and historical resonance align perfectly. Some collectors meticulously search through rolls of bank-wrapped dimes hoping to spot a pristine 2017 specimen or an elusive error variety, while others invest in certified coins to secure a piece of this modern treasure. And now comes the most astonishing part of this tale: the extraordinary value attached to one particular 2017 dime. Among the countless millions struck that year, a single flawless specimen with a dramatic mint error and impeccable provenance recently captured the attention of the numismatic world. After fierce bidding at a prestigious auction, this small yet extraordinary dime shattered all expectations and achieved an unbelievable sale price of $12 million. Yes, a coin worth just 10 cents in everyday commerce became a multi-million-dollar masterpiece, proving that even the smallest pieces of change can hold unimaginable wealth when history, rarity, and collector passion converge. So the next time you glance at a dime, remember that what appears to be a simple, ordinary coin might secretly hold a story of greatness. The 2017 United States dime stands as a testament to enduring design, precise craftsmanship, and the surprising power of hidden value. Somewhere out there, in a pocket, a piggy bank, or a forgotten coin roll, another extraordinary dime could be waiting to be discovered, quietly holding the potential to change someone's life forever.